So what do you do?
I am the talent acquisition manager for Marketstar. So I run our recruiting teams here for our direct sales business and then our customer success business as well. So a lot of what we do with Marketstar is, I guess I can kind of give you a teaser of what we do. So companies hire Marketstar to outsource their sales organizations, whether that's a portion of their sales organization or the sales organization in its entirety. So we represent a lot of really cool brands. From a financial perspective, it makes a lot of sense for a company. Think of some of the companies that we represent. So Pinterest is a client of ours. Google is a client of ours. It's a lot more financially accessible for them to hire a sales team here in the state of Utah and pay those sales reps, a wage here in Utah versus hiring somebody in downtown San Francisco or call it New York City and hiring a sales representative who has the same goals as somebody here. So a lot of the roles we hire for, they're sales representatives, whether that's an incoming sales rep, an account executive, a business development rep, obviously, leadership and management program managers as well to kind of enable those teams. So it's kind of a little bit about what we do. So I manage our recruiting team who hires people who get to work for some really cool brands here in Utah, which I think is unique.
So we have about 6 attendees so far. If you wanted to get started with your presentation, you can, or you can wait a little bit.
Well, I'm happy to get started, and we can always backtrack if necessary. So hi, everyone. Welcome to Marketstar's info session. I am super excited to meet all of you today and talk through a little bit about what is Marketstar, the jobs we hire for, because we all know that's why you're here today. So quick intro, my name is Courtney Birmingham. I am the talent acquisition manager for Marketstar. So I manage our recruiting team, and our job is to find you a job that you love to do and stay with our company for a long time. So I'll dive a little bit into what we actually do here with Marketstar. And feel free to ask questions along the way. You can put them in the comments or the chat, and I will be happy to address those as we go. So here at Marketstar, we like to kind of lead off the foot. We were voted one of the top places to work in 2019, still pending the 2020 results. But here at Marketstar, we have a really great culture of what we do. We're proud of that, and we're proud to be an employer that people love to work for. I'll talk a little bit about our company culture and kind of what we actually do with Marketstar. What is Marketstar? So I'll talk about that first, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into the culture that we have here. So what we do with Marketstar is we're a third-party marketing agency. We've coined the term sales as a service, but really what that actually means is companies hire Marketstar to outsource their sales organizations. So whether that's a portion of their sales organization or their sales organization in its entirety, Marketstar handles that for them. We have over 30 years of great experience doing this for a lot of different customers and clients and a proven track record of success. We work for a lot of really cool brands, and that helps enable us to pick up even cooler brands as well. So a lot of the roles that we hire for, they're sales-related roles, whether those are inside sales reps, business development reps, account executives, account managers, and any leadership role that falls in there as well. We obviously have sales enablement teams to help people do their job at the level that they should and efficiently. So sales enablement, sales operations. We have analyst roles as well that help with some of those. Going back to a little bit of our company culture, we really strongly believe in building our people. We have a lot of training programs that are free and accessible to you, whether it's a leadership path that you want to go down, you want to learn more about being a sales engineer, working more on the technical side of the sales program. We want to help you get there, and we offer a lot of different training programs for you, and we'll help you get there along the way. Another thing here with Marketstar is we are really integrated into our communities. We have offices here in Utah and Salt Lake and Ogden. Obviously, right now, everybody's working from home in a virtual environment, but we still believe in giving back to our communities, being involved in our communities, and doing a lot of service. Each year, we do a global day of service where everybody has the day off of work, and what we're doing is giving back to our communities in a variety of different ways. We work to serve our clients day in and day out. So as I had alluded to, we represent a lot of really cool brands that are not typically local to here in Utah. So we work to make sure that our clients have a positive experience with us because we want them to recommend us as well. And we have really great leadership here. I will say we just did our Intergage survey where we survey our entire staff or employee base here with Marketstar. That's over 1,200 people globally. And one of the resounding pieces of feedback that we got was that my manager understands and my leadership respects what I have to say. So, you know, the opinion of somebody who is a sales rep is just as valued as somebody who's on our leadership team. We think everybody comes from a background and their voice should all be heard amongst the group. So that's a little bit about our culture. I'll dive a little bit deeper into some of the brands that we represent. So as I had mentioned, these brands come to Marketstar and they hire us to outsource their sales organizations. We have some really cool brands. I don't have all of them here. So Samsung, Pinterest, Dropbox, Budgetech, MailChimp, Pandora, Google. We represent Google in a couple different of their business ventures. So Google G Suite. We also have Google Waves, navigational app, if anybody's ever used that before. Some new clients that we actually just brought on would be Reddit, if anybody's ever familiar with Reddit. We also have Zendesk, which is an up-and-coming CRM software that a lot of brands represent or use. Think of Nordstrom. They use that as some of their customer service portal that they use. I do see something here in the chat. Says, hi, Courtney. Thanks a lot for sharing the details. I would like to know if you have any internal corporate roles such as business development and strategy roles. Hi, Nikita. I can't see your face, but nice to meet you. So right now, we do not have any business development roles open, but it is something that we do hire for. I love to see the diversity on that team as well. One thing that's really unique about our jobs page, and I'll actually chat it back and hopefully we can get that shared back with you, marketstarjobs.com, is you can sign up for alerts. So anytime we post a job that's in your field of interest, that's maybe a one-off like this role, a business development role where you're working to land these different clients. You can sign up for alerts. We'll email you when a job like that is posted on our page. Think of that even like a role in HR, talent acquisition, financial analyst roles, pricing roles, anything like that, maybe a little bit more one-off that we're not hiring for all the time on a regular cadence like these sales roles. Please sign up for alerts and we'll be in contact with you. And also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn, shoot me a message. Awesome. See another chat coming through. Let me make sure. Hi, Raj. So his question is the sales operations analyst role for Pinterest listed on the website still open? And would that be a direct hire for Pinterest or Marketstar? Great question. And this is where things can be a little bit confusing because we do represent these clients, but you all, at the end of the day, you work for Marketstar. So Marketstar does pay your salary. Marketstar does pay for your benefits and so on and such forth. So you are a direct hire for Marketstar, but you represent the client of Pinterest. So when you are working with customers or other people, you have a Pinterest email address, you have a Pinterest office, you have Pinterest branded equipment. We'll give you all of the swag as well. When you're communicating with other people, they don't know the difference. It's more of an internal thing for us here. So you would be directly working for Marketstar, representing the brand Pinterest. I do know, in full transparency with you, Raj, we are in final stages on that role. They are working through final interviews, so it may not be updated on our website right now as far as still being open. I'd still love if you'd apply or send me your resume if you've got great background working in there. I potentially have another role very similar opening with another big name client. So I actually have a meeting on Monday to get that role up and coming. So please feel free to still send me your information or apply to that role online, and we will take your resume and move it along to other roles that are similar as we hire for those. Great. I'm going to move on here. I'll talk through some of the multiple career path options that we have here with Marketstar. I touched a little bit on this, and I want to make sure we have some time to cover a little bit more. So here with Marketstar, we believe in advancement. We want you to advance with your current client program. Even if you want to advance in other client programs as well, we're here to help you. We have trainings, our leadership team. That's their job. They're here to coach and develop you as managers. We want to see you succeed. We want to promote you. We want to move you through the system in the ranks and get you there. We don't have formalized timelines here, so you don't need to work here for 6 months before you get a promotion. We don't have strict lines like that. Also here at Marketstar, we believe in diversifying. We believe in moving other people to different client programs to diversify their experience. If that's something you so choose, we want you to have that experience to be able to work and interface with multiple clients. I myself have had the unique experience to do that. And right now I work with all of our clients to help hire for all of their programs. So it's fun to be able to work with those clients, build relationships and network with some of those individuals, executives, and senior leadership for some of those really cool brands that we just talked about. Looks like we have another question coming through, so I will address that. Hey, Courtney, good to see you sharing details. Are you looking for any CSM roles? I want to clarify on this question if maybe our moderator could help us out. Are you talking about customer success managers or customer service managers? That would help me better answer your question. So hopefully we can get a good answer on that, and I'm happy to circle back with you on that. We do hire for customer success managers. We actually have a couple new programs right now launching looking for customer success managers, or also called customer success representatives. So you're not necessarily leading people, but you're leading process. Some of those cool clients that we have right now would be Asana, their project management software. And then we also have Global Industrial. They're a brand new client to us here at Marketstar. We'll be launching them at the end of September. They're based out of New York City, and they are an awesome team to work with. So yes, customer success. Check out our openings on our jobs page and feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to see your resume. I will also be active on the Slack channel. You can always Slack me over your resume or any specific questions. But yes, we are hiring customer success managers, and I'd love to see your resume come through. I'll move a little bit faster through some of these other things here. I'll talk through management. We have a special program here with Marketstar where we take individuals who apply to a program and we help them become leaders. We not only help them become leaders by coaching and developing them, but we also focus on some different modules that we found to be successful leaders. That's emotional intelligence, operational intelligence, and then intellectual intelligence as well, talking through some of those things. I'll talk through specializing. Again, we have different programs here, whether you want to be a sales engineer and hone in on your tech acumen, or you want to be a leader, or you want to talk through maybe a couple of different opportunities. We'll specialize our trainings for you. And then working directly with our client, we develop client relationships. And a lot of the times, our talent is hired directly by the client. I did have a question come through about this, if you work directly for Marketstar or the client specifically. We have some clients that are notorious for hiring directly from Marketstar. These are great tools for you if you do live a fluid lifestyle where you're able to move to some of these headquarter offices where our clients are located. Think of Pinterest. They're one of our biggest clients that hires a lot of our staff here at Marketstar. Marketstar trains you. You get the opportunity to rub elbows with people directly working at Pinterest, to learn their tech, learn their software, be really familiar with that, and that sets you right up for success if you're interested in working directly for them. I do see a question here from Aaron. Is Marketstar looking for entry-level digital marketers? Yes, Aaron, we are. We have digital marketers that work on our advertising arm of our business. So some of our advertising clients that we're looking for hiring right now is Waze. So Google Waze, that's a navigational app. Pinterest as well are the two biggest openings that we have right now. Please apply. We'd love to check out your resume. And then looks like you had another question. Do you hire for software development positions? Those I would consider more of one-off positions. Right now, we do not have any software development or software engineering positions. You can feel free to sign up for those job alerts on our jobs page, as I had alerted a little bit before, but right now we do not. A request for my LinkedIn. Sure thing. I will navigate to that. I'll send over my name. You should be able to search me. Hopefully there's not a lot of other Courtney Birmingham if you look me up, but I'll try and get our link over to you directly and I'll share that in the chat. Move along here just for the interest of time. We'll leave a lot of time at the end for questions, so don't worry. I'll talk through some of the benefits that we have because I think that's really important for a lot of people. More of the conversations that we have now, yes, people want to earn a competitive wage, what we offer here at Marketstar, but there's a lot more to be said beyond making good take-home pay. We offer medical, dental, vision. We have health savings accounts as well. We have a very, I will say that again, very generous holiday and vacation policy here. We have paid leave, retirement, tuition assistance, which is super awesome. One thing I'll add on that tuition assistance, we pay for fees, we pay for books, we pay for all of those silly things that really rack up at the end of the day that most places don't pay for the tuition. So beyond just your basic class fees, we pay for everything that it costs for you to go to school and get degrees. Like I said, we're passionate about you continuously learning and improving yourself. And here at Marketstar, we will show that by paying for it. We also offer a 0% loan program. One of our investors is really passionate about our employees not being able to be bombarded by loan sharks or payday loans with really high interest rates. So here at Marketstar, we offer 0% loan programs for you after you've worked here for a couple of months. You can feel free to borrow up to a couple $1,000s, and they'll take that out of your paycheck with 0% interest, which I think is really cool if you come across hard times. We also offer parental leave. That's both maternity and paternity leave, long-term disability, and then life insurance as well. I'll pause there for a second. Looks like we're getting a question. Do you hire remotely? We sure do. Everybody is working from home right now here at Marketstar. We are registered to work in almost every state across the United States. I will say, though, for this question, it depends on the client. Some clients are open to hiring representatives who may not ever have to come into office, and some are looking for individuals at one point in day, once everything calms down and everybody gets healthy, can come back into the office here, whether that's in Salt Lake City or in Ogden. Another question. A couple other questions. Does Marketstar represent any companies in data science and tech space? Yes. I would consider all of our clients are working in the tech, SaaS, digital advertising industries. Right now, I would say data science. Right now, not so much. If those are the types of roles that you're looking for, like I said, those are a little bit more one-off opportunities. The bulk majority of what we hire for are sales individuals or people who work in customer success, which I would say still has a vein of sales in that. Do you hire new grads? Yes, we do. We love having new grads work here with Marketstar. I'm super sad given our current climate. We are not actively doing any college recruitment. So this is our way of getting in front of new grads. We would love to have a conversation with you. We think it shows a lot of grit and determination to go through getting your schooling and getting your degree wherever that takes you. So we would love to have a conversation with you specifically. But if you are a new grad and you have minimal to no professional hands-on experience, that's okay. We'd still love to talk to you. This sounds like a company I've been looking for my entire life. Yes, I love that, Zippy. I hope that you feel that way. Let's have a deeper conversation. Send me your resume. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We can talk a little bit more specifically through some of those things. But I love hearing that, you guys. Sounds like we have some good energy today. I'm going to move on. Go through a little more. That's the end of my slides. As I promised, I wouldn't talk at you too much. I wanted to leave a ton of time for Q&A for us. So that leaves us roughly 18 minutes. I'm going to hang tight here till 3 o'clock, you guys. I will be on the Slack channel afterwards as well. Shoot us over any questions you might have. If they're specific to you, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions. Or if you have a question in general, maybe you joined late and you're like, what the heck in the world is Marketstar? I'll start over with that. I'm happy to address anything, but I'll hang tight for questions. How is Marketstar with diversity? Great question. Marketstar with diversity, we strongly believe in hiring people from diverse backgrounds, hence our connection with Mentorly, which Mentorly, if you haven't familiarized yourself with what Mentorly does, is they're really passionate about connecting companies with mentorship opportunities for people and connecting those mentorship opportunities with some underrepresented groups that typically aren't hired in such a large cadence as others. So diversity is something I am super passionate about myself. I strongly believe that in our recruiting team as well, being well-versed in diversity and how to hire for roles and diverse backgrounds is something we talk about on a regular basis. I don't have specific numbers drawn up about diversity if that's something that you're looking for, but I strongly believe in hiring from diverse backgrounds, whether that's groups that you belong to or whether it's women as well. Hey, David. David asks, is the majority remote or an office in Utah? So the majority of our workforce is out of our headquarter office in Ogden, Utah. That's where most of our employees typically day-to-day work out of. Obviously, given our current situation, everybody's working from home, enjoying all their coworkers, whether they're little humans, animals, or whatever that may be. We're all struggling with the work from home environment. We also have another large corporate office in Salt Lake City, and then another large office actually in Dublin, Ireland, where we represent a lot of other clients that are super cool. Think of that as Twitter or Coursera or some of the brands that are headquartered out of our Dublin, Ireland office. Do we hire interns as well? Internship opportunities, I would say, are not as often as our full-time opportunities. Most of the roles that we hire for here with Marketstar are full-time. We do hire some internship opportunities in our business intelligence unit. So think of that as data analyst roles. We actually just filled one not too long ago. And then we do have some internship opportunities within my team. So working with people, whether that's on our HR, human resources, or on our TA, talent acquisition side, we do have some internship opportunities. Hey, Claire, we met yesterday. I recognize your name. I'm glad you liked the presentation. Hopefully it was just as enjoyable as our conversation yesterday. I have your resume and it is circulating with our team right now. So hopefully we can find you the perfect fit, Claire. Hi, Sal. Question says, hey, Courtney, I must have missed this. Who are Marketstar's biggest partners? No worries, Sal. I will, let's go back. Let's see if I can be tech savvy enough to go backwards. Maybe not, but that's okay. We can quickly pivot. So here is a quick slide on some of the brands we represent. Obviously, this isn't all-inclusive or all-encompassing of everything that we have right now. Our two largest accounts that we have are Pinterest and Dropbox. Pinterest has over 200 employees currently that work for Marketstar for Pinterest. And our Dropbox team has over about 150 to 160. Dropbox is a global team, so they do have some employees that work out of our Dublin, Ireland office. But those are our largest brands that we represent as far as headcount size, so employees that actually work on the Marketstar side. Some big name brands that we do work with that aren't on here are Microsoft. You'll see Google on here, but that's our G Suite logo. We represent Google and Google Wave. We also have a Reddit client. Zendesk is another client that we represent. HP is a big client that we work with. Canon as well are some other really cool names that we represent here at Marketstar. I hope that answered your question. Hey, Bart. Bart asked if we have anything happening in Seattle. Not that I am aware of right now, but I mentioned a little bit earlier, not sure if you were on here, some of our clients are open to hiring remote workers full-time, just given the current climate of COVID right now. We are seeing a lot of our clients be a little bit more flexible as far as your home base. We are registered in almost every state to work in across the United States. So we do have some people that work in various different states that don't come into office every day. I would still encourage you to apply, Bart. if you are interested in something specifically, send me your resume. Let's connect on LinkedIn, and I will be happy to try to find you a fix to whatever you're looking for. Oh, cool, Bart. Happy to hear you're from Utah, local Utah. Ended up maybe in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, we love that. We definitely work with individuals who maybe they're living in a different state right now, but open to opportunities back here in Utah, whether that's in the Salt Lake area or the Ogden area. We're happy to work with you. So don't be shy about applying to any roles or sharing your resume with us directly. Move to the inside here. Bart has another question. What do you love best about working for Marketstar? What do I love best about working for Marketstar? I love our executive team. I think we have an amazing executive team. I have worked for some companies before that we've had some really polished. Oh, this is from our moderator. Hi, Mira. Sorry. I've worked for some companies before that have had some really polished, very smart executive leadership, but they really lacked the ability to connect with individuals. And the bulk of those individuals are, our frontline workers, those people who are on the phone with the customers, on the phone with the client every day. And they really lack that empathy and that ability to connect with those people. Here at Marketstar, we have an amazing executive leadership team. Our CEO, Keith Titus, is very invested in getting to know you. He does a lot of meetings where he'll come in and do one-on-ones with you, learn about what your struggles are. What do you want out of your role, your job here with Marketstar? What do you want to learn? Why did you pick Marketstar? He wants to understand those things from the ground up and build a company that's really focused on culture and serving our employees. As well as the rest of our executive leadership team here. I'm proud to say that I work in a company that has such an ingrained executive leadership team. Sal, what's the best way to get you my resume? I will put my email address in the chat. cbirmingham@marketstar.com. So it's just my first initial, C, my last name, Birmingham@marketstar.com. I'll send that over, and our moderator will share that back with you guys. Feel free to send me your resumes, you guys. I'll share those with our sourcing and recruiting teams. I can't promise that each of us will have a one-on-one conversation, but I will pass you to the right person to connect with. Hi, David. I sent the connection on LinkedIn. Do you want me to send the resume to an email or just through LinkedIn? I just shot over my email address, so I think the best way for me to divide and conquer the resumes would be through email. So if you'd like to share your resume with me, please send me an email. Hey, Bart, again. You have over 25 years of marketing and sales experience. I think Marketstar is a good place for you. You sound like you've got some good experience. Do you have senior level positions available? We do. Please send me your resume, Bart. I'd love to look over it specifically so I can see which client, which team would probably work best with the background that you have. I have a couple senior leadership positions open right now that I'd love to see if they match your background and experience, and then you and I can chat a little bit deeper from there. And Bart, also, you can sign up for job alerts on our jobs page, marketstarjobs.com. You'll see a couple different ones. There's sales management. Think of that as direct sales management, team leads, sales managers, and then there's sales leadership. That's our higher level roles, our more senior level leadership roles in sales. You can sign up for job alerts there. So anytime we post a job that is directly related to sales leadership, you will get a special email that says, hey Bart, we thought you'd like this job, check it out. I appreciate all the questions. You guys are very engaged today, and I love it for a Friday afternoon. I have another question from Jacob. Do you have any advice for undergrad students who have little professional experience? My best advice, and I'm probably not the first person you'll hear this from, would be get involved. So beyond going to school, getting good grades, passing your classes, get involved with other programs, whether that's leadership things, clubs, whatever programs your school offers, volunteer, get experience by doing some of those things. To me, that's what stands out on a resume, is you going above and beyond just being in school and doing something a little bit more. Those are the types of people, when I see their undergrad or newly graduated students, their resumes, and they're involved in a lot of different programs, I want to talk to them. Those are the people that really stand out in a sea of applicants. So that would be my biggest advice. My second piece of advice, Jacob, have fun in school. Bart, emailing it right now, and I sent a LinkedIn invite as well. Awesome, Bart. I look forward to seeing your face after this meeting. I have my screen sharing and my presentation up, so I won't be able to access my LinkedIn until we all disconnect here in a few minutes. And I'm excited to see all of your guys' smiling faces on my connection request on LinkedIn. We have about 5 minutes left, you guys, together. This will end at 3 o'clock. I will be on the Slack channel, so feel free to Slack me any questions or reach out to me on LinkedIn. We can chat from there. You also all have my email address. Let's stay connected. It looks like we have a couple other questions before we sign off here in our last 5 minutes. So let me look over here in the chat. Aaron, what qualities do you look for in candidates? That is a great question. And I would say that depends on the role, because each role is different of what we look for in individuals. I would say something overarching here at Marketstar that we look for in a lot of our roles is communication skills. So because we work for clients and we represent those clients, you do have to interface with a client sometimes and with Marketstar. So we need you to, professionally communicate internally, professionally communicate externally with customers that you work with, and externally with the clients that we work with directly as well. Another thing that we look for is grit and determination. We want you to put in that hustle and that hard work. We've seen that those are the types of individuals that do really well here at Marketstar, or those hustlers. So that would be a couple things. Aaron, if you want to come back with maybe a specific role of what you're looking for, I'd love to dive a little bit deeper into specifically what we look for in different roles. Diana has a question. Give me a second here. I just lost my place in the chat, you guys. Technology, I'll tell you. Beyond sales roles, do you think other roles such as HR will open up? Yes, Diana. Once we ramp things up a little bit and get back into office a little bit more, we'll see some of what we call our support roles open up a little bit more. I would encourage you, Diana, to sign up for our job alerts on our jobs page. That's marketstarjobs.com. You can pick a category on there. It should say HR, talent acquisition, something to that effect. Sign up for job alerts. As soon as we open that job, we'll send you an email and say, hey, Diana, check this out. We thought you'd be interested. Next question, Colby B. Does your client base include a lot of nonprofits such as libraries, museums, community programs, etc.? As far as client base, as far as the clients that we represent and the clients that choose us to outsource, no, we represent a lot of SaaS and technology companies. So like I said, think of those as Pinterest, Dropbox, Google, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Zendesk, HP, Canon, Microsoft. Those are the types of brands that we represent. We do work in our communities to volunteer and give back to those local nonprofits, such as libraries, museums, and other community programs. Fun fact about Marketstar, we actually have our own Marketstar Foundation, where we use that foundation to give back directly. Do you have any supporting roles available? Zippy, I'd love to know a little bit more what you mean when you say supporting roles available. If you could quickly chat, I'd love to address your question. I'm not sure I actually understand when you say supporting roles. Support can mean a lot of different things to individuals. Hi, Ken. Ken asks, are the customer success representative positions remote? Yes, all of our positions are virtual right now. I don't know if you're local here to Utah, Ken. Some of our clients are a little bit more flexible on having individuals work in different states. Some of our clients are gearing up to potentially go back into the office at the end of this year. So they do want individuals who are local here to Ogden or Salt Lake. So I would still encourage you to apply, and the recruiter who gives you a call will be able to talk through some of those details a little bit more. Can we get your email address? Yes, I'll send my email address one more time. We'll get that shared back with you guys. C. Birmingham, so my first initial C, last name, Birmingham, @marketstar.com. All right, all right, you guys, we have one more minute. Any last questions? Other than that, I've really enjoyed getting to know all of you virtually today and sharing a little bit about Marketstar, which is a company I'm super passionate about. I hope that we cross paths soon, whether that's on LinkedIn, again here through the Get Hired Summit on Slack, or send me an email. I'd love to connect with each of you individually. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you guys today. We'll see ya.